Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing my April wrap up. Let's get started. How many did I read this month? Last month? 19 books, but plus like I think I had like 3-4 DNFs. So the first book that I read was Spies Like Us, and I gave this 4.25 stars. So this is the second book to Spies Like Me, and I read that in March. I really love this book. I can't wait until the next book. I just love the dynamic between Kenzie. I liked Kenzie's relationship, friendship, all of that stuff with the guys. I think there's like 6-7 guys. Yeah, I really liked the writing as well. Like, I read it so quickly. I think I read it in like one day. Yeah, I read it like in one day. I wouldn't put it down. Absolutely love this book. The next book is Insatiable Hunger by Ashley James, and this, I gave this 3 stars. Yeah, 3 stars. And this is a romance, and this is, so I don't know what his name is. He has a one night stand with a guy, and it turns out to be his mum's husband. Yeah. I like this book, but I think there's just a line between what you should cross and what you shouldn't, and falling in love with your mum's husband, but then again, like, they wasn't together because, well, the mum and the husband wasn't together because they loved each other. They had like a pact. I think that's a spoiler, sorry. But yeah, it wasn't like what it seemed, so I guess it's fine. But yeah, it's okay. The next book is The Devil I Don't Know by L.K. Shaw, and I gave this 3.25 stars. So this is mafia romance, mob, and he's been away from the mafia for like 7 years or something like that, and he has to come back because his father is dying and he has to take over, and like his first test of loyalty is to marry the granddaughter of the Irish mob. Yeah, that's what I remember. I can't remember anything about this book, but yeah, 3.25 stars. The next book is Lethal by Cassandra Robbins, and I gave this 3 stars. And this is an MC romance, so MC bike romance. So Blade took, don't know what the girl name is, took for a debt payment. And yeah, like again, I can't remember anything about this book. But then again, it was like in April, at the start of April, so yeah. The next book is Guys Like Me by Amy Nicole Walker, and I gave this 3.5 stars. And this is about Kieran and Finley. So Kieran is an ex-con. He just came out of prison, and he goes to this ranch where his name, I think the boss is called Cash, because I read his book as well, and he has a farm for ex-cons, people that are in trouble. So Kieran goes there and he meets Finley. He works with horses and that, and Kieran has really good sense with animals. Like, it's really cool to see that. But yeah, that's all I can remember with this book. And then the next book that I read was Saint Like Him. So this is the third book to Guys Like Him, and I also gave this 3.5 stars. And this is Cash and Nick. So Cash and Nick are best friends. They've been best friends for a really long time, and Cash is also ex-con, and is a millionaire, so he did up the ranch for ex-cons and all that stuff. But yeah, one thing I really liked about this book was how open they was to, like, get into the relationship, especially like this sexual stuff. Like, I would say that it took quite a while for them to get into the relationship. I think, I can't remember, but I remember them getting into the sexual stuff and being open with all that, like the flirting. Like they were so open and flirty with each other. And then I love the banter and the nosiness of the side characters of when they saw Nick, like his car in the driveway and it came out to the live dining room. And all like side characters, or yeah, all the people that was on the ranch was sitting around and they was like, who was that? You know? But yeah, that's what I mostly remember from this book, like how open they was to flirt with each other, like, yeah. The next book is For the Love of Cain by Amos Mills, and I also gave this 3.5 stars. So this is an MMMM romance, so reverse error, and so this is Jackson, best friend Blaze, and his boyfriend Elijah, and I can't remember the, yeah, then Cain. Oh my god, it literally says his name in the title. There's Cain, Jackson, Blaze, Elijah, and Blaze and Elijah are already together, but they are hiding their feelings for Cain. But when Jackson comes into the picture, they kind of like show their feelings to Cain and they start having feelings for Jackson. This is very this was Dom and stuff, like very like collar around the neck and all that stuff. Yeah, I like, so I remember like the sex scenes like really well. Like that was crazy, like 50 Shades kind of thing, you know. Yeah. Anyways, the next book was, oh my god, the next book is Hidden Scars by Andy Jackson. I also gave this 3.5 stars, and this is about Charles, and I don't know what the other guy's name is, but Charles is like the damaged one, and he, like the stuff that he goes through with his father, like it's so messed up. Like trigger warnings definitely, but like I just can't fathom like how you can treat your child like that. Like, anyways, one thing I remember with this book is that like Charles likes to tell his roommate, because they are dorm roommates, and it's also a sports romance. I forgot what the sports is. Maybe it's hockey. Yeah, I think it's hockey, because I remember Charles telling the guy like that he's fucking up like really badly and he needs to, you know, because Charles is very zoned in and he's very more grey, definitely more grey. Like even when Charles and the guy get together, he's still like standoffish kind of, but he will only kind of like open up to the guy. I forgot his name. Anyways, yeah. Did I say that I gave 3.5 stars? I can't remember. And then I read Twisted Ink by A.M. Mackay, and I gave this 3 stars. I literally can't remember any. I think this is a reverse error. Okay, so this is, so she is a romance author, and she is with Dallin, who he's got his own ink place, tattoo place. Oh my god. And he's kind of been hiding a big secret from her, and yeah, this is a reverse error. This is FMMM romance, or the way around MMMF romance. I forgot what way it is when there's basically there's sword crossing in this, and very aggressive sex, like, oh my god. Anyways, yeah, like it took like, there's always like with reverse errands, right, there's always one guy, it takes a really long time for them to come around, and then there's the guy that is like golden retriever, and there's like Dallin, who is like in between, and because they've been together for like so long, I think like really long time. Yeah, anyways, there's that. And then I read Without You by Marley Valentine, and I DNF'd this book. Yeah, I literally can't remember anything about this book. I just couldn't get into it. That's like, yeah, I just couldn't get into it, and I just gave up. Yeah, mate, like obviously there's something specific that I didn't like, but I can't remember. And then, oh my god, another DNF. So I read Just a Bit Twisted, also a DNF, by Alexandra Azard. And okay, this is a student teacher romance, and I think, okay, I figured out that I don't like student and professor romance. I just think it's like the age, like 18 and I would say like 28, I think it was in here. I just couldn't do it, but yeah, I think that's, yeah, that was the reason why I stopped reading it. I just nope. And then I also read Balance by Lucia Franco. I also DNF this book. This, I can't get, if you can get past the if you can get past the age difference, then yeah. This is a student coach romance. So she's a gymnastics and she's 16 and he's like 20 something, and they start a relationship. I just can't get past the 16. And I did skip pages. So technically I did finish this book because I just wanted to see what happens, because it was interesting. I just couldn't get past the age difference and the fact that she's 16. But I did read the other two, I think, and it got really good. But yeah, I just skipped the pages so I didn't class them as reading. But yeah, I DNF that book. And then I read Truth Keeps Silent by A.V. Asher, and I gave this 4 stars. I don't know why I gave 4 stars, I can't remember this book. So this is about Mercedes and Alec McKinley, and he is a former British intelligence officer. And I think so Mercedes is in an abusive relationship and she wants to get away, and so she reaches out to Alec, and yeah, that's what I got from reading the summary. I can't remember anything about this book, and I don't know why I gave it 4 stars, but obviously there's something that I really liked about this book. I don't know. And then I read The Brightest Light of Sunshine by Lizina Coney, I think that's how you say it, and I also gave this 4 stars. All I remember about this book is that it was sad. Like, I cried my eyes out. That's what I remember. Yeah, I can't remember anything about this book. All I remember that it was really sad. And I'm definitely going to read the second one, but I think I'm going to reread this before I read the second one because I can't remember anything about this. And then I read Neon Gods by Kate Roberts, and I also gave this 4 stars. I don't know what it was about this book, but I loved this book. Like, the relationship between oh my god, I can't say it. Persephone and AIDS, is it? Persephone and AIDS. Yeah. The relationship between Persephone and AIDS, oh my god, like that connection. Oh, like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I loved the writing in this. It was a really good read. And I want to read the next book, but I don't want to leave this couple, basically. I don't want to leave this couple. Yeah. And like the twists and turns in this book as well, like I didn't expect some of this stuff. Yeah. I didn't expect some of the stuff that happened in this book. Oh my god. But yeah, I just love their relationship. Yeah. Okay. On to the next book. I read Kane's Promise by Victoria Gale, and I gave this 3.5 stars. Can't remember anything about this. So this is a motorcycle club. It's Forever Midnight Motorcycle Club. Yeah, I can't remember anything about this book. Like, in reading the summary, nothing comes to mind. But yeah, I gave it 3.5 stars. And then Oh my god, this book, okay. Then I read The Veiled Kingdom by Ollie Renee, and I gave this 4.5 stars. I love this book. It was very similar to Paula's, and I did guess the ending. Like, there's a couple things that I had going in my mind, like how it could end. Like, I literally bullet pointed it to my partner, like how this could end. And the first point, it was right. I was like, of course it is, but still, I don't care. I love this book. On to the next book. I could talk about that book for ages. And then I read Bitter Notes by Ali Beck, and I DNF'd this at 40%. And I literally don't remember anything. Oh, this is a reverse error. Kieran, Cal, Ash, and Rad. Oh, okay. I can't remember this. So Kieran, Cal, Ash, and Rad as like agenda with getting with River, because she is very popular, like, because her last name is West. Oh, it's a freaking music, it's rock star band, so they do music and that, and they kind of, who's it, River and Kieran had like a thing back in high school, and yeah, that's all I remember. I just, yeah, that's all I got. And then I read Consider Me by Becca Mack, and I gave this 4.5 stars. So this book, I might actually knock it down to 4.25 stars. I'm not sure, because I still really loved it. I just felt like it was too long. Yeah, it was too long for me. And also at the start, I didn't like Carter. I didn't like Carter at all at the start. I think he was arrogant asshole, and like, when she said no, he just kept on trying and trying. And I kind of like that as well. But yeah, it just came out as a arrogant asshole to me. But then when it got to, I would say 40%, maybe 30-40% into the book, I started to like it. And the open communication in this book, loved it. Like, especially, like, it was so good with communication. Like, she would go off into a mood or whatever, and he would go after her and be like, no, we're not doing this, we need to talk about this and figure everything out. Yeah. And I also like the banter between the teammates and that, and the fact that his friends are her friends, like way before they even got together, because his teammate is with Olivia's best friend Carla, which I also didn't like. I didn't like her, but I really liked the writing in this book as well. But yeah, I just felt like it was too long. But I think Play With Me is, yeah, Play With Me is everyone's favourite, or Unravel Me. I can't remember. Anyways, there's that. And then I read Revengeful Gods by Elliot Rose. I gave this 4 stars. So this is, okay, there's like a secret society called the Angus, and the main female character gets out, but then these guys, it's a reverse heaven, they end up finding her, and because they want to be head of the Angus, because that's what her father was before he died, but she wants nothing to do with it basically. So she's like, oh yeah, you can have it, but they're like, no, I want you as well. So they kind of like parade her around, you know. And then I read See You Soon by Alexson, I think you say it, and my rating is 3.5 stars. And so this is about Ari and Danny, and she is a nurse or something like that, and her brother was in the military. Her brother died, and she ends up going into the military to be a nurse, a doctor, all that stuff. And before that, she meets Danny, and she learns that Danny knows her brother, and they form a relationship, friendship. Yeah, I think, like, I didn't really like Danny in this. Yeah, I liked Ari, but I didn't like Danny. I can't remember why, but I just, yeah, I didn't like him in this. I think it just came off too controlling for me, and don't get me wrong, I like controlling men, but yeah, I don't like him in this. And then I read The Sins We Hide by Scarlett Cole, and I gave this 4 stars. Okay, so this is an MC romance, and he is the vice president of the Iron Outlaws, and a twin brother is the president of that club. And something happened very long time ago. This is kind of like a second chance, you could say. And something happened a long time ago. It wasn't her fault, and she comes back, and there's a lot of like angst. And she's a badass. She's definitely a badass. There's this I think it's Crystal, and she was such a bitch to, I forgot her name. But yeah, Crystal was such a bitch to her, and she put Crystal in her place. And then like the twists and turns, like obviously they try and find out what happened a very long time ago, and someone is coming after the club, and that person, I didn't expect it at all. But yeah, really enjoyed this book. Then I read Consumed by Darkness by Valeria Fox, and I gave this 3 stars. And oh my, I remember this book actually. So she comes back and she finds a sister and husband in the bed, and her sister is so unhinged. Like, I don't get it. Like, she's been looking after her sister all her life, you know, giving up her food for her sister, clothes and all that stuff, and her sister is such a bitch. And like, I can't, like, anyways, they are all the books that I read in April. I think that was, I don't know how many books, 23 books I think that is. And I only read 2 physicals. I need to get better at this. Like, I need to be banned from my Kindle basically. But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and comment down below what was your favourite book that you read in March. No, what was your favourite book that you read in April? I actually don't have a favourite, I don't think. Maybe Neon Gods is my favourite. But yeah, I'll see you next video. Bye guys.